Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from the second chapter of Engineering Mechanics Statics by Hibbeler. We need to determine the magnitude of the resultant force and its direction measured counterclockwise from positive x-axis. So basically we have these two forces of F1 and F2 where we need to find the resultant, and as always we're going to make that parallelogram here, and this is going to be our resultant. We can show it with R, and the angle that the question is asking is the counterclockwise from positive x-axis, so we're going in this direction. So the angle here would be what we are looking for. We can call it theta. So basically our R in here would be the sum of all forces in X. That's going to be our X component, and we're going to have the same story for Y components. And at the end of the day, for finding the magnitude, just call this one Rx and this one Ry. The magnitude of R would be the square root of Rx squared plus Ry squared, and we'll see what we get for the value of Rx and Ry. Finding that angle theta is pretty straightforward too. So let's just start with the Rx direction. Let's start with the F1. We can see that for the F1, this is going to be the X component, which is positive, and we know this angle is 30 degrees. So the side that we are looking for would be this side, which would be F1, which is 400 sine of 30 degrees. That's going to be the X component of F1. We're going to have the similar story for F2. So this is going to be the X component of F2, also positive, so 250. And the angle that it makes is this angle, which is 45 degrees. So cosine of 45 degrees. That's going to give us the Rx, which is, so sine of 30 is 0.5. So basically 200 plus 250 cosine of 45, which is going to give us 376.78 newtons. And we're going to do the similar thing for y-axis. We can see that the y component of F1 is positive. So this time we have 400 cosine of 30 degrees because we have the adjacent. And if we look at the y component of F2, we can see this is the y component. So it acts along negative y-axis. So it's going to be negative 250 sine of 45 degrees. And this is going to give us the Ry. So now we have 400 cosine of 30 minus 250 sine of 45. And this is going to be 169.63 newtons. All right, now that we have Rx and Ry as expected, our R has positive X and Y components. So for finding the magnitude, we have square root of 376.78 squared plus 169.63 squared, which is going to give us, just remove this, it's going to give us 413 newtons in 3 sig-figs. And now we have to find that angle theta, and that angle theta, basically we have Rx and Ry here, and this is our R, and we're looking for this angle theta. So this side would be our Ry, which is 169.63, and the base would be the Rx, which is 376.78. So all we need to do is just looking at this right triangle that we have. So theta would be tangent inverse of the opposite, 169.63 over the adjacent, 376.78. And that's going to give us the angle that we are looking for, tangent inverse of 169.63 divided by 376. And yeah, this is going to give us 24.2 degrees. And now we have the direction, which is our theta counterclockwise from x-axis, as well as the magnitude of the force, and the final answer for this question. I hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video.